Um, I have decided that everybody talks about the TV shows that they're watching. So I've decided that I'm going to try to watch, well, I watch a lot of TV anyway. It's like my favorite pastime. But I thought I would try to at least a couple times a week let you know what I'm watching and see if you're watching it and what you think. And if you're not watching it, you should be. These are some of my favorite shows. I was going to specifically, I watch shows from all kinds of different Netflix, Amazon, Disney Plus, all that good stuff. So I'm not going to limit myself. But the first few shows that I'm going to talk about is Netflix. Let's start off with my first guilty pleasure. It is called Love is Blind. And it's a reality show. If you haven't seen it, it is so good. It is really good. It's hosted by Nick and Vanessa Lachey. If you guys remember Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees, and him and Jessica had their little reality show, and then he and Jessica Simpson split up, and he now he's with Vanessa Lachey, who I really seem to like her. She seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders. Not that Jessica Simpson doesn't. I just don't know much about Jessica Simpson. But anyway, so Nick and Vanessa Lachey are the hosts. It is called Love is Blind. It is on Netflix. You're lucky because when I started, they were only releasing one episode or so many episodes a week. And so I'm letting you know now, and all the episodes, it's the 3-week event is done. So you can watch it all now. And if you haven't watched Love is Blind, you should. What it is they get like all these men, all these single men, all these single women, and basically it's like a social experiment to see if love is blind. So basically what they do is the women live on one side of the house and they're completely isolated from the men. The men live on the other side. And then there's like a long hallway with what they call pods. And so there's like pods all along, the men's side has a big row of pods, and the women's side has a big row of pods. And so the men, one man and one woman goes into a pod, and they can talk to each other, like interview each other, basically get to know each other. But they can hear each other through, through these pods. But there is a piece of like frosted glass in between them. So they can't see each other. They can only hear each other. So basically it's like to see, and then they rotate and they all take turns. And then, within so many days or so many dates that you have, you decide on somebody that you really like that you think you might want to ask to marry you. So after, they go through and all these couples talk to each other, they narrow it down. And so, these men ask these women that they've never seen before, they've just been talking to for a few days or a few weeks or whatever, or a few days really. They ask them if they want to get married, and the woman can say either yes or no. And then they're engaged. So then once they're engaged, they get to see each other face to face. And once they see each other face to face, that's the first time that they're ever seeing each other. And then, there's a whole commentary. What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. Then they send them off to, I think it's Mexico, it's like Caribbean or Cancun or something. I think it's Cancun. But anyway, they send them off to some beautiful resort, all these couples. And, let them get to know each other. And then after they send them, and let's say there's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 couples end up after. There's like 20 men and 20 women, I think. And it ends up narrowing it down to like 6 couples actually end up getting engaged through just hanging out in the pods, right? And anyway, so then, they're paired up with whoever they enjoy talking to. And they, send them off to Cancun. And, that way they kind of get to know each other, physically. And you get to go through all that drama with them. And then after that, they fly back to where they're from, and they get to meet each other's families, and they stay in an apartment together. They're kind of immersed back. They're given their phones back, so they're immersed with their friends, and that's the other thing. Like the whole time they're in the pods and whatnot, they're not exposed to, like, they can't talk to their family, they can't get on social media. None of that stuff. They're just isolated completely. So, so then it's kind of to see, okay, once you introduce these people into your family, your friends, all this stuff, see how it goes. So then, after that, then comes the bachelor and bachelorette parties. And then after that comes the weddings. So, anyway, great show. There's like several couples. There's like, there's a couple, Clayton and Diamond. They're African-American couple, and Clayton actually has a little secret. So I'm not gonna give that away, spoiler alert, but it's Clayton's got a little secret. And that turns into a little bit of drama. And then you've got like Mark and Jessica, and this Jessica chick, she's like 34. She's a little cray-cray. You kind of want to punch her in the face a few times. Well, let's not be violent. You don't want to punch her in the face, but you do want her to, like, go away. Let's just say go away. But anyway, but bless his heart, this little Mark guy, he is, like, so in love with her. Oh, yeah. So anyway, and then Gianna and Damien, who are adorable. But, Gigi's got some issues. Damien is pretty headstrong and, knows where he's at in life. Gigi seems a little bit more unsure of herself, even though she is a very confident, beautiful woman, and successful, too. Then you've got Lauren and Cameron, who are biracial. So that's interesting. And both, Lauren and Cameron had to be my favorite couple. I thought they were just both adorable. I hope they live happily ever after, and they will have beautiful children. And then you've got Amber and Barnett, who Barnett, he is a backwoods beauty. He's a cute boy, he is backwoods. Like I said, he's backwoods, but he's beautiful. And he's like the heartbreaker. A lot of the girls, I think, liked him. But he ends up choosing somebody that I really thought he would choose from the get-go. So, there's Amber and Barnett. And Amber is, well, you just have to watch it. Amber is like, I don't know. I think she would be a ball to hang out with, and I think that she would be, I don't know, I could see her being a handful, like, to live with, but I think she'd be amazing to, like, party with. I think she'd be a ball. And then you've got Kelly and Kenny, and Kelly and Kenny are like Barbie and Ken. They're pretty perfect. And they seem like they come from the perfect families, both professionals, both very intelligent. They get along really well. There's some surprises along the way with them too. But anyway, I'm telling you, if you have not watched Love is Blind, you have to watch it, because it really is a great show. I really liked it. I hope they do a season 2. I know that they're doing, it's called the Love Pod. If you look at them on Facebook, and I think it's also on Twitter too, where you can, they're like recruiting singles. And doing like maybe like a podcast type thing. But hopefully Netflix will do like a season 2, because I really thought this was interesting, because really, I really do think, in a way, Love is Blind. There have been lots of people, I know of people that have, met over a dating app or a long distance relationship, and, end up meeting face to face after, so long, and are still married today and have children and are very happy. And so I think Love is Blind, but I guess it just depends on who you are. Is Love blind? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if you know, you're gonna be embarrassed of somebody that you're with, or, you know, I don't know. And also, there's like the whole sex aspect. I mean, you know, you can adore somebody, you can think somebody's just like an amazing person, but if the sex isn't good, you know, that's another thing. You know, if the sex stinks, are you gonna stay in that relationship? Are you gonna be happy in that relationship? Are you gonna stay in that relationship and cheat on them? You know, I don't know. I don't know. So it's an interesting experiment. Love is Blind. And I think for some people it is, but not everybody. I think we're all a little shallow sometimes. But if you get the chance, watch Love is Blind on Netflix. You will not be disappointed. It really is a good show. And if you do watch it, you do end up watching Love is Blind on Netflix, message me on Facebook, message me on Twitter, message me on YouTube, and you know, let me know what you think, because I would love to talk to lots of people about this show, because I love love. You know, I love love. If I could have a job, like if we lived in a fairy tale world and they said, John, this is a fairy tale world, and what would your job be? Like if we lived in like Shrek and Happily Ever After, my job, I would want to be a Cupid. That would be what I would want to do, because I love love. I love it. Anyway, so watch Love is Blind on Netflix. Let me know what you think. And until next time, remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. Talk to you later. Bye.